Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. How are you today? I hope all of you are okay. Now we would like to discuss about descriptive text, a place. Oke, anak-anak yang soleh-soleha, pada pembelajaran descriptive text mengenai suatu tempat, tujuan pembelajarannya yaitu yang pertama, mengidentifikasi teks deskriptif tentang suatu tempat dengan memperhatikan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan ciri-ciri kebahasaan secara benar. Kemudian, kalian diminta untuk dapat menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan teks deskriptif tentang suatu tempat. Let's see the structures of text. Di mana struktur teks ini ada dua. Yang pertama yaitu identification, yang kedua description dalam pembuatan teks deskripsi. Di mana identification kita akan menceritakan secara umum mengenai tempat yang akan kita gambarkan atau yang akan kita ceritakan kepada pembaca. Yang pertama yaitu kita tentukan dulu tempatnya atau objeknya. Apakah tempat itu suatu pantai, gunung, lembah, kota, temple, yaitu candi, ruangan, atau gua, atau taman, atau bisa juga suatu gedung. Setelah itu kalian sebutkan nama tempat tersebut. Seumpamanya gua Sunyaragi atau Sunyaragi Cave, atau kalau umpamanya pantai kita akan menceritakan Kuta Beach. Lalu kalian ceritakan di mana di mana lokasi tempat tersebut. Apakah di Cirebon, di Bali, atau di kota lain, atau di provinsi lain, atau bisa juga di luar negeri. Lalu untuk description ini adalah paragraf untuk menceritakan secara detail tempat yang akan kalian ceritakan. Contohnya bentuk tempat tersebut atau ukuran tempat tersebut, seumpamanya luas, sempit, ya. Lalu bisa juga warna dari tempat tersebut, apakah berwarna biru, pink, ya. Lalu kalian juga bisa sebutkan kondisi tempat tersebut, mungkin unik atau indah tempat tersebut, atau bisa juga mungkin crowded, yaitu terlalu banyak, bising, ya. Lalu bisa juga kalian sebutkan preposition, tempatnya, apakah tempat tersebut dekat dengan bandara atau di depan bangunan apa, ya, bisa kalian sebutkan. Kemudian publish itu didirikan atau dibuka tempat tersebut kapan, apakah kemarin atau tahun berapa, ya. Kemudian what you can do at that place, ya. Apa yang kamu lakukan di sana, atau apa yang biasa orang lakukan di tempat tersebut. Seumpamanya di pantai mungkin bisa untuk berenang, menyelam, ya, atau naik perahu, seperti itu. Paham ya saya? Oke. tense future. They are simple present tense, simple past tense, and adjective. Di mana pada simple present tense ada contoh kalimat Sunyaragi Cave is located in Cirebon City. Sedangkan pada simple past tense ada contoh kalimat Sunyaragi Cave was built since the 17th century. Dan pada adjectives ada contoh kalimat Sunyaragi Cave is a historical place. Next to the examples. The first is about Pink Beach. Pink Beach is for Pantai Merah Muda is one of the beaches in Komodo Island is Nusa Tenggara. The beach is called Pink Beach because the sand beach is pink. The pink color of its beach is a mixture of white sand beach color mixed with crushed coral shells, calcium carbonates from marine invertebrates that are very small, and also foraminifera, microscopic amoeba that has a red bloody cell. At Pink Beach, there are so many marine organisms. Now before that 1,000 species of fish, 260 species of coral, and 70 species of sponge can be found here. Having so much marine life, this place is a proper spot for snorkeling and diving for sea sports lovers. Now the second example about Monas or National Monument. The National Monument, or usually called as Monas, is located in central Jakarta, Indonesia. This obelisk was built in 1961 with the purpose of commemorate the struggle and fight of the people in Indonesia to achieve their independence. It was opened to the public in 1975. The National Monument is a rectangular tower with the height of 132 meters. The typical part of the building that becomes a special characteristic of it is the flame-shaped cover with gold foil located on the top of the tower. There is a museum at the base part of the tower with the size of 80 by 80 meters. Everyone can visit the museum to learn the history of Indonesia. There is also an amphitheater in this building called Ruang Kemerdekaan. It is located in the cave part of Monas, and it can be reached by using spiral stairs at their north and south doors. If you go to the southern side of the building, you will find an elevator that can be used to access the top platform, where we will find the observation deck and also the flag of independence. Next, the third example about Keraton Kasepuhan or Kasepuhan Palace. The Keraton Kasepuhan is the oldest keraton or Sultan's Palace in Cirebon City, West Java. It is the residence of the Sultan of Kasepuhan and the Royal Palace of Sultanate of Cirebon. It was built in 1447 and its architecture and interior are a blend of Sundanese, Javanese, Islamic, Chinese, and Dutch styles. The palace also has a somewhat neglected small museum with a restricted display of wayang, kris, cannon, furniture, Portuguese armor, and ancient royal clothes. In a space nearby building, the very elaborate etiquette carriage used on official occasions. Okay, let's have exercises. Masjid Sultan Suryansah. Masjid Sultan Suryansah is a historical mosque built 300 years ago. This building is the oldest mosque in South Kalimantan. The mosque is located in the North Queen village of Banjarmasin. It was built in the region of Sultan Suryansah, known as Pangeran Samudra. He was the first Banjarnese king who converted into Islam. This mosque was found on the bank of the Queen River near Kampung Kraton, which was destroyed by the Dutch colonial. The construction of Masjid Sultan Suryansah was unique. The roof is layered. It took the Banjar's past architecture before Islam came, different from any other old mosque in Banjar. The mihrab has its own room, separate from the main building.
Number 1. Masjid Sultan Suryansah was constructed in the era of blah blah blah. A. Banjar people, B. Dutch colonial, C. Kalimantan king, or D. Sultan Suryansah. Masjid Sultan Suryansah dibangun pada era Sultan Suryansah. Number 2. What is mainly discussed in the text? Apa diskusi utama pada teks tersebut? A. A king region, B. A palace complex, C. An Islamic location, or a historical mosque? D. A historical mosque. Number 3. From the text we know that blah blah blah. A. Some construction of the mosque takes the local style. B. Banjar people burned down the mosque. C. There is nothing special from this mosque. Or D. The Dutch colonial built the mosque. Dari teks tersebut kita mengetahui bahwa mana jawabannya yang betul? Oke, that's right. A. Some construction of the mosque takes the local style. Okay, my students, the next exercise, please read this text about the Indonesian archipelago and then answer the questions below. These are the next paragraphs. Continue to read. Berikut latihan dari teks di atas. Silakan dijawab. Selamat mengerjakan.
Demikian tadi kita telah pelajari mengenai teks deskriptif suatu tempat. Untuk lebih memahami lagi, kerjakan evaluasi pada link berikut ini. Okay, it is enough for discussing today. Much obliged. Always keep your healthy and your spirit to study. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.